Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk, and today we are jumping back into Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, and we are going to reserve some time later this evening to work on our Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough, where we will try to continue through the game without dying. We're gonna do 3 hours of Tainted Grail, 2 hours of Baldur's Gate, unless we die, in which case it will end suddenly. Also, look, Chip's making you guys biscuits. I hope you guys are hungry. There is a big order coming out. So we're gonna put him over there for now. Once the game opens up, I'll adjust my HUD so that my camera is not blocking the health bars. Hang on just a second here. Hi, Seth. Okay, so shrink him down and move this around here. Okay, should be good. We can put him there for now. Ah, bonk. Okay, glad that didn't hit anyone. All right. So where we left off last time. This fella here, we had just done a favor for him, and now we can ask him for a favor in return. Airfear, talk to me.
Oh, hello. Do you need something? Times are tough, but I won't forget what you did for Bayor.
Good, it was 2 minutes ago.
Tell me, how can old Airfear repay you?
Can we talk about Yvain's expedition now?
Bayor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart is barely beating. Until I'm sure he can handle things, I can't leave him on his own.
Okay. Wait, that just ends the conversation?
Bayor...
Huh. Maybe I... Okay, two thoughts. One, talk to Bayor. Thought two, come back on a different day. Okay, can't talk to Bayor. Alright, that's out. Okay, so maybe we come back after a few days and he'll have recovered or something? Okay, sure, fine. Alright, what else do we got? So, we got someone up there we need to talk to. How do I get up there to the high ground? Is there a staircase over here or anything? There is. Wonderful. Alright, let's head up here. That was the guy I just talked to. Alright, so there's one... Where is that? It's upstairs? What building is this? The hospital. Or are they outside? Hold on. Maybe I need to go up the scaffolding? Let's see. Nianti's quarters. Oh yeah, Nianti was the healer. Hang on just a second, chat. Need to turn my fan on. I see the issue. Hold on. Okay. Adjusting the fan. Alright. So here's Nianti. We helped her recover a piece of her soul that was missing. Normal stuff, standard. Here we go. Lord Yvain is looking for trustworthy allies to join his quest for the Holy Grail.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Manir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path. Tell Yvain I'll join him on this holy mission.
Okay. Now that everything's settled, can we talk about the hospital again? Ailey is counting on you.
Yes, we can. I owe it to Ailey, and to the people of Kunot. The hospital is more than just walls and beds. It's a chance to bring the All-Mother's light directly to those in need. I shall make it happen, but I'll need Yvain's support. If he can spare the resources, we can make the hospital free and independent. Would you speak to him for me, please?
Why am I running around for
I doubt he'll
everyone?
agree if I'm the one asking.
Ugh.
Deep down, he still resents me for not being able to save his beloved Maeve.
Sure, I'll convince him.
Thank you. If anyone can persuade him, it's you. You've got a knack for getting things done around Kunat.
Oh my god.
And I'm sure he knows that. Speak to his better nature. Remind him what Kunat stands to gain. With his help, we can make this a reality.
You know, I actually played a lot of Darktide today, Invictus. Alright.
May the All-Mother watch over you.
Okay. Alright, that's a step of the quest done. Let me head back out. Let's see. Alright, so now I need to go talk to him. Alright. So what is this? Old bones, new fire. Marrow gas shell. Do I have marrow gas shells? Okay. So we've got other quest things to turn in nearby. Hello, yeah. Alright, so this was a bulletin that we found that basically said that they were paying for shells from a monster called a Marrowghast. And I believe we have gotten some. Ow. So... Hello, I'm on the wrong side of the table.
What is it now? If it's chatter you're after, you'll be disappointed.
About the bounties you posted? Crap, I don't have enough. Okay, never mind, I just came here to be awkward. Mission accomplished, off I go. Alright, next closest quest over here, called Playing with Fire. Alright, so this one, these guys were trying to bust in here, and I was asked to help with the investigation. Go back to the barracks, Denholm's orders.
The seal looks good. Orders are orders. I'm glad, Ferk, it's your problem now instead of ours. Let's move out, boys.
Okay. Alright. Oh, we get to zone in. I thought we'd have to yell through the door at the guy. Alright, so this one, I believe, there was an invention that this guy made that went haywire recently, and it hurt some people, and they're trying to figure out what happened.
Who are you? Did Camelot send you? I'm not talking to those thieves. Get lost.
Camelot claims your invention burned down their tents.
Oh, aye, it did. And no surprise there. They've only got themselves to blame. They barged in here and grabbed everything that wasn't nailed down. No, actually, they even prized loose the things that were nailed down and took them too. Do you know what this device is? It's a pyrolosite stabilizer. And they took all the pyrolosite, but left the stabilizer behind.
Pyrolosite?
Yes, pyrolosite. My most prized invention. I've spent half my life working on it.
Explosive, I'm
What
guessing.
did they do? Well, they just took it away. And now they're surprised that it blew up.
Calm down. Tell me, what does pyrolosite do?
Well, pyrolosite is a wondrous substance. It can create fire anywhere you are. All you need is a drop of pyrolosite, add a little spit, and there you have it. Oh, it also
Spit.
amplifies the power of weird fires. Isn't that marvelous? So, tell me, don't you think it's marvelous?
Sounds amazing and very useful for people like me.
Exactly. But all great inventions need painstaking preparation. It takes years of experimentation to make them safe for use. As you can see, my pyrolosite isn't stable yet. That's why the stabilizer is essential. Without it, it's still a dangerous substance.
Have you told them pyrolosite needs a stabilizer?
Well, I was pretty agitated at the time.
You're right. They shouldn't have stolen from you.
Exactly. It's their own fault. All I want to do is keep living my life and to keep creating. They should just return what they stole. Then they won't have to worry about their safety.
I'll talk to the legate. Something needs to be done.
You would do that for me? A stranger in Connacht, not even from Camelot?
For $1.
Thank you. Whatever happens, thank you for acting as our intermediary. I think we could all use an impartial perspective on this entire tragic situation. Goodbye. It was nice talking to someone normal for once.
Ha! He thinks I'm normal. Evening Mug Chat. What's up, Jersey Nat? Banana, did you know they're working on getting proper modding tools and support for this game out in 2 weeks? Also, apparently 1.1 update that had a lot of new content items. I did not know that. Sounds pretty neat. Okay. What is the easiest way up there? I don't know if this is the shortest way, but this is a way that we know.
Have some spare food or coin?
This music reminds me so much of Tristram. I questioned Furkit.
What's happening with Furkit? Is he going to surrender? Or do I need to use force?
The fault lies with your soldiers. They took everything from him without asking, so they didn't know what was dangerous.
That's a serious accusation. Still, I suspected you might say something like that. I'll be honest with you. Furkit is neither trusted nor well regarded among my soldiers, especially after the accident which, as you claim, they brought upon themselves. Fine. Furkit will stay in Connacht, and his inventions will be returned. However, make sure that he takes proper care of them, so they no longer pose a threat to anyone. Here. This is for your excellently conducted investigation. Tell Furkit of my decision. Let him make the necessary preparations.
Okay, tell Furkit what's going to happen to him. Alright. Well, getting back down there is a shorter trip. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay. I'll let him know.
And? What's our situation?
Denholm will let you stay in Connacht. You can make your weird candles.
Oh, so does this mean Camelot still has a working brain among its ranks? Incredible. Very well. A deal is a deal. I'll begin production of weird candles, and you've done well. In return, I'll
Money,
offer
please.
you a discount on my products and allow you to use my house. Feel free to cook and sleep there whenever you like. I rarely indulge in those distractions.
Cooking
But
and
remember,
sleeping. Distractions.
Never, ever interrupt my work.
Okay.
Oh, it's you.
He said a discount. Open shop. Torch. Bunch of throwable bomb things. Pocket sand. Blinds the target for 8 seconds. Oh, goodness. Okay. Do I have anything to sell right now? I don't know if I do. Sorry, price. Get rid of one of those. That. Life transfusion, life transfusion. Polished emerald. Let's see. Flame torrent again. Sell one of those. Burning ember. Burning ember. Burning ember. Burning ember. Yeah, the spells seem to be the best thing to loot and sell since they are weightless. Alright, I think that's good for now. Okay, quest complete. That one's done. Did not expect a King of the Hill reference here. Yeah, I know. Not sure which house I'm allowed to use. It's one of these. Okay, that one we don't have the quest item. We got another quest. Wait, is that a quest? No, that is a marker of something else. Oh, that's the blacksmith guy that won't talk to us right now. Okay. Alright, let's... I think the fastest thing is actually to run to that teleportation thingy over here. No! Blub, 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 blub. Okay. And pour back to town. Okay. And let's see. What is this one? Avalon. I've got something to report to Avalon.
You're doing okay?
Hello,
Hello
Avalon.
again. I've got...
Ilie is looking for an investor for the hospital. She was wondering if you might help.
She is? That's interesting news. Though I had no idea the hospital had financial problems.
Yeah, it's running out of business.
I thought it was funded by our brave Camelosian army. Or was it Lord Yvain? I can never remember.
It's run by Camelot, but Lord Yvain appointed Nianti as the head of the hospital.
Who in turn dumped the entire responsibility onto her poor apprentice.
Yes.
That sounds like a complete disaster of mismanagement. Still, with a bit of restructuring, it might not be entirely hopeless. That said, a hospital doesn't exactly strike me as a lucrative venture, and I'm not in business for charity. When I invest, I expect a return. And here, I just don't see it.
It's a hospital. People always need healers, and you could charge them for medicine.
That's true. But in Kunacht, people would sooner dig up their grandmother's miracle recipes than pay for something they used to get for free. I need some concrete ideas.
The Men here in Kuanacht was reignited. It's a place of miracles. Of course, it has a miracle hospital.
Now that is an intriguing thought. I like it. We've healed a men here.
We?
Why not
It was
heal
me.
Everything. Of course, we'll need to think about other ways to secure profits before word gets out. But you're right. The potential here is undeniable. With the right strategy, this could turn into something truly remarkable.
So you'll invest in the hospital?
Not just me, I hope. We'll need backing from the rest of the Merchants' Union. Start with Bonksy and Osmond. Get them to join in. And talk to Erwin, since we'll need an alchemist. The more support we have, the better.
Also, the easier it is on each individual.
Hello there.
Oh, hey, did you hear that conversation? We were 2 feet away.
Elixirs, powders, ointment.
Oh, we got 2 quests with this guy. My friend is looking for a solution to age-related weakness. Do you have something?
So he's just old. There's no magic cure for that. Because magic is nonsense. But
I can shoot fireballs.
Science has solutions. This is a blend of stimulants and enhancers.
Yay, drugs.
It'll make him feel like he's 20 again. Side effects? Sure, there might be some. But what doesn't come with risks? If he's desperate enough, he'll take it. If not, let him rot with his natural decline. Here, take this recipe. But prepare it carefully. Precision matters if you don't want it blowing up in your face. Or his.
Okay. The Merchants' Union wants to take patronage over the hospital in Kuanacht.
And? I assume you're here to hand me an invitation? Let's skip the pleasantries. Why would merchants take over the patronage of a hospital? And why should I have anything to do with it?
The people of Kuanacht deserve a proper place that will truly serve them.
Touching. But I'll have to disappoint you. I couldn't care less. The people of Kuanacht have always had a knack for entrusting their lives to magical scarecrows. Like that men here looming over us. As you can see, wisdom isn't their strong suit. If you don't have a better argument, we might as well end this conversation now.
How about prestige? Another channel to sell your products. The possibilities are many.
It's true that my business has been struggling for some time now. The priests are to blame. Ever since they started strutting around Kuanacht, people have been hesitant to use the services of alchemists, afraid of how the Red Church might react. Fine. You've got my attention. But you'll
so many
have
belts.
to put in some effort.
What do you want me to do?
I've been having a serious problem with my supplies lately. The Red Church is hoarding every remotely valuable alchemical ingredient for themselves. Here's a list of items I particularly need. Come back when you have everything. Then I'll join this union. Whatever that turns out to be. Now off with you. You've got plenty of work ahead.
I already have everything on this list. 5 daffodil, 3 mandrake, 2 straw child skulls, 3 and 2 face blood.
You finished quicker than I expected.
Instant.
Look, daffodil and mandrake. Not the finest batches I've ever seen, but
It pays to pick up everything, Jeff.
As for the straw child skulls, exquisite. Truly an excellent selection. My congratulations. Ah, and the phase blood. A rare one. Perfect. It seems that's everything. As promised, I'll join the Merchants Union in that investment and lend my resources to the hospital. I must say, it's satisfying to know the Red Priests won't get their claws on it.
Open shop. Every time he says Red Priest, I think of the Red Wizards of Thay from Neverwinter. Druid's Bane. Increase mana shield by 50%. Fully inhibits mana regen. Increase all direct damage you by 15. This effect is doubled against if you use magic. Fully inhibits mana regen. Receiving magical damage restores optimal dashes. Damage to enemies, the use magic restores 50% of mana. This is like the anti-mage armor set. Okay. Alright. That one's done. Alright, we gotta talk to the next merchant now. Quick save.
Hello. Coming back to me.
Alan would like to know if you'll support the Merchants Union investing in the local hospital.
Ha! I'm not surprised he's asking me. Without my financial backing and, more importantly, my experience, most of the guild's investments wouldn't stand a chance.
Of course.
They really value my involvement.
Of course.
That gives me leverage.
Of course.
In other words, I can do a bit of bargaining.
What do you want in return?
Have you heard the legend of Robbie of Grubwood? A bandit who stole from rich merchants and gave the gold to commoners.
Thought that was
They
Robin
say
Hood.
he was an incredible archer. At least, that's how the story
Robbie
goes.
of Grubwood?
People say the same about me, but I'm still waiting for someone to write a song about me, like they did for Robbie. It's only a matter of time. Robbie's long dead. I heard someone in his gang betrayed him. He's buried in a tomb not far from here, along with his bow. And that bow has been on my mind for a while now, you see. According to legend,
So you want me to go grave robbing?
Centuries-old yew, and enchanted by a druid whose life Robbie once saved. Bring me that bow, and I'll support Alwyn's investment. What do you say?
All right, I'll find it.
That's what I like to hear. I always say sticking close to older, more experienced folks is worth it. There's so much you can learn from them. Am I right? Of course I am.
About Robbie's bow.
What about it?
Not yet. Okay. Shop. Okay, don't need this. Alright. Is Monk playing Casting of Frank Stone tonight? No. We will finish that on Monday, is the current plan. Okay. Alright, so it's a different quest, but we've got a quest marker for something right here. Let me take a look at this one. Wait, no? Hold on. I am confused. What is this? We may have knowledge of a berserker potion. So I should visit her, see what she can provide. Hang on.
I swear, if I catch that bastard, I'll shove all 5 volumes right up his arse. What?
Oh, that's Noxie. I was like, what? The moment I started talking with her, I heard that noise. Did something happen?
Aye, something happened. Some blighter broke in and stole every book about the beautiful Liliana.
Oh, the poor
Not
books.
a loose page left. That's most of my income gone in the wind.
Yo, hold on. This actually reminds me. The timing of that. All right, chat. Short story for you guys. I actually went outside today. It was awful. All right, listen up. So, my boy and I are going out. We're gonna go out for lunch. Okay. Wife turned us down. She didn't want to go out today. So me and the boy, we're going out for lunch. We're gonna go to the PO box. Check the PO box. A couple of errands, basically. Okay. I'm driving out, and my car. Ever since I got the awesome job of working from home, I use my car maybe once a month. Okay. So in the it last got an oil change years ago. because it's driven so rarely. And I started driving it, and it was like lurching. And I was like, is it like the oil old? Like I wasn't sure. I was like, okay. I had a car once many years ago that the oil was like really, really bad, needed to be replaced, and it was doing something similar. And so that was my first thought. So I was like, all right. So I went to an oil change place, and I was like, hey, I'm having this problem. I don't know for sure if this is going to fix it, but I'm in the troubleshooting stage. Can I get an oil change? And they're like, yeah, sure. So he swaps out the oil, and he goes, okay, can you put it in park and then push on the gas pedal a little bit just to get the RPMs up? So while I'm doing a test here. And I'm like, okay. And I start pushing on the gas, and immediately I hear tires just just like tires, like someone's peeling out. And I pull my foot back, and it was the timing. Right as I pushed on the gas pedal, the guy in the like bay next to me, like the oil change bay next to me, just peeled out of the place. Like he had slammed on the gas pedal to leave. And I like in that microsecond, I thought I was about to run the guy over that was doing the test on my car. And I was like, press gas. Oh God, I murdered a man. And then like after, a second passed, I realized like, wait, it's not me. That wasn't my car that just made that peeling out noise. And I look over, and like all the other techs, mechanics, whatever you want to call them, they were all like wide-eyed looking at this guy. And the guy that was working on my car turned to this other dude. He's like, what the hell was that? The guy's like, I don't know. I asked him for his name so we could pull up his file, and he got really mad. And he's like, I'm not giving you my name. And he just slammed the gas. And the guy that was working on my car was like, dude, I've worked here for years. I've never seen anybody do that. That was so freaking dangerous. And I was like, dude, I thought it was me. I thought I was about to run you over. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, is it right? You told me to push the gas because you want to test the RPMs. I pushed the gas, then I heard that tire squealing noise. I'm like, oh no. It was surreal. The guy just really didn't want to give his name. I don't know. Maybe the government was after him. It was a weird experience. All right, that's it. That's the end of the story. What would someone need all these prawn books for?
That's not something I'd like to think too much about.
Do you have any suspects?
Aye, one of the soldiers. He threw a fit a few days ago, because I wouldn't sell him the latest volume on credit. There's no chance I'd ever allow that. Give it 2 months.
Was
I'd
it car
be
fixed?
bankrupt.
Sadly, no. And again, I knew that it was a troubleshooting stage, right? It was troubleshooting step 1. So, I drove it around a bit, and the problem did not get better. It's like when I'm driving, like when I'm, put foot on the gas pedal, it's fine. But if I stop at a stoplight where it's like still in drive, but I'm like holding the brake pedal down, the car it's like I'm getting rocked to sleep violently. It's like lurching. So like we went back to the guy, and because at first there was no lights on the dash, like check engine soon or anything, like those lights. And I went back, and there was a light on then, and he checked it, and he's like, okay, now it's saying something is wrong with cylinder 3. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to deal with that today. If this problem, like, if after, I've been driving on the new oil for a little bit, if that doesn't do anything, I'll make an appointment to bring it back and drop it off, and you guys can take a look at it. But, so something is wrong with cylinder 3 in the car, apparently, and it's making it just, like, lurch all over the place. It, like, bobs up and down like it's an old Mickey Mouse black and white cartoon car. Anyway, I can talk to that soldier for you.
Can't say I wouldn't be grateful. The lad's name is Walter. He's, well, all in all, he's no a bad sort.
How old's
Just
the car?
A little
Ancient.
hot-headed. So if you do find him, try not to rough him up too much, alright? Well, I've calmed down. Apologies. Welcome to Vrel's bookshop. No reading without before you ask.
What year is that car? I think the car is an 03 or something. I will say that car has 200,000 miles on it. Like, we take good care of our stuff. It's old. But it is, ever since I stopped working tech support, it's like we have 2 cars in the household, but I rarely need to leave the house at the same time my wife does, and her car is newer and nicer. So usually if we leave together, we take her car. So it maybe gets driven once a month, maybe. But just all of a sudden, since the last time I drove it, this started happening. It's the wife's old rust bucket? Yeah.